Nice. Was that a new intro? Hello, anyone? Mr. Skyson here, and welcome to Children of Morta, or back to it. It finally got its full release recently, so I wanted to play it again. For those who haven't seen my old videos on it, well, first, go watch those, because how dare you? And second, it's a roguelite game starring the Bergson family, who are tasked with guarding their home from evil. Super simplified anyway. There's might, there's magic, there's death and pain, family togetherness, all those warm fuzzies. It's also freaking beautiful in its pixel art, so let's go meet the Bergsons and see what they've been up to. Oh, we get save slots now, cool. Used to, I think there was just the one save, and every time they updated the game, you lost everything. So freaking pretty. Kaboom! Some of this is familiar, but it also seems greatly updated from what it used to be, and that's nice.
Margaret awoke, startled, a cold sweat clinging to her. She gathered her thoughts. Aged wood creaked, echoing through the quiet rooms.
I love the narrator in this. Look at that art. So pretty.
Near the house stood a shrine to Rhea Dana, goddess and daughter of the land, of Rhea and a being of comfort. Margaret sought answers. But the goddess did not speak. There was only the faint whisper of something dark, something hungry.
Something evil.
The old seer's bones felt the weight of their age as she climbed.
Feels so much more dramatic now, too. This is cool.
The only thought on her mind, has it begun again?
Yeah, that is definitely a new background from what I remember in the past. They've been busy. Oh man, that was a cool intro. And the family.
John's mission would be a simple one. He was to investigate Rhea's greatest shrine. His mother presented him with a fresh divinity shard. From his brother came a newly sharpened sword. His wife gave him a kiss, and his daughter's hugs were full of reason to return home safe.
Get those hugs. That's a nice looking loading screen. Bit sluggish, but nice. Here we are. Yeah. Into the tutorial now. You just kind of plopped down into the forest, where you're learning your things. I'm gonna be playing keyboard, because I think in the past I tried playing with gamepad, but it didn't really work out so well. Like sometimes it wouldn't... I mean, that was in the past, it might work better now, but sometimes the commands wouldn't work out well and stuff like that, so I think keyboard actually works better in this game. But look at this. The water, the everything. This game's beautiful. I've said that every time that I've played it, but it still holds true. And I love how... Oh. Yep. More background stuff. That is so cool. Floating islands, everything.
Rhea, a land long forgotten. A place of unimaginable beauty.
Indeed. That is so cool looking. Yeah, everything's... You got the nature stuff. You got the magic stuff. I think that's a checkpoint, but I'm not sure. But then you've also got patterns going throughout things that very strongly resemble circuitry patterns.
It first appeared as sludge given life. Slithering creatures, small and vile.
Attack. Wow. Okay, so it just freezes you in order to make you do the attack tutorial. Interesting choice when games do that. Never been a huge fan of it, though. But yeah, here's the gist of it. You start out with the little slug enemies. They can't really do too much to you. You move around. That's a cool looking attack. A nice little whoosh animation. But everything's also got a sort of circuitry pattern to it, especially on stones and such. And I wonder if that's just a style that they have in it, or if that will come into play at any point. This is purely a magical type game, so I don't expect there to suddenly be high-tech things. No, it's just... Is that a crater? That looks like a crater, holy cow. Ah, so much detail in the pixels, I love this! This is what you can do with pixels, and this is why I love pixel art over so many other styles. You can do simple pixels, or you can do this. Sometimes you can even go beyond this. Oh, evade. Okay. Oh, there we go. Spacebar to evade. Get these guys, they're a step up. Oh no, I'm damaged. Early on, pretty easy to deal with them. Oh, that's a bird over there. I thought there was an item. Yay, healing potion. Do I still... Aww. I don't have access to my shield. Wait, no. Yes, I do. There we go. The family shield. Able to block anything, absorb damage, and I believe lets you deal out that damage in a big burst after a little while. Though maybe I have to unlock that ability. See, this is a roguelite game, so once I am in the dungeon proper, I will be expected to die. Not sure how far I'll be playing today. Maybe just through the tutorial, maybe a little bit further in. Dead animal. Elephant? I don't know what that is. Bunch of flies going on. Uh-oh.
A wall, impeding further progress. A battle was certain.
Indeed. Hold the shield. Ding, ding, ding. I like the sound. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh no! There's more! Evil never stops, so never shall I. So many of you. Somebody want to drop a potion? Oh, somebody did. Oh, thanks. Cool. 2 of them. Just enough for a full heal. Ah! Die, slug! F to interact. That's new. I think.
Banished by light itself, the corruption abated.
Yay!
Leaving the shard cold in hand, dark, in need of life.
Thanks, Granny. Couldn't have done it without you. Literally. Should be coming up on another scene soon. One of those pretty panoramics. Out me way. Me am swing wildly. 'Tis my way of fighting. Is that another dead animal? Ah, more water. That is so cool. It's just subtle movement. But it looks so cool because it's all pixels. I love it. Gemstone? Greater chests require a gemstone to open. Gemstones are found in different places, like in animal corpses. Yeah, okay.
The shard grew warm, humming softly from the harnessed energy.
I really like this narrator. This is a very good choice of narrator. So those are gemstones. I thought they were souls, or maybe they used to be souls that you had to get. Give? I can make fire now. Cool. See, you can get rune stones that will augment your powers. Sometimes they are temporary, I think. That is a super guy. That is a dead wolf. Poor thing. And you can also get relics. Those are things found on special altars that will give you super special abilities. We'll get to those later.
Before him was now one more dangerous than those that came before.
Yes, indeed. For it can do magic. Yeah, like all those little purpley bits popping up around. I am being super sloppy. Oh, that is cool looking. Definitely more impressive than it used to be. I got a skill point. Alright. And we got a skill tree. Space to continue. Alright. Skill tree. Spin points. Yeah, they've definitely changed how a lot of this works now. Because honestly, it used to look a lot better than this, in my opinion. Now it looks like generic RPG menu, but their game, their style. The selected abilities description can appear over here. Unlock this ability. Alright. Accept. I don't get much choice in the matter. All I can do is these and then level up, get these, like so. I liked the other one where it was a literal skill tree, like they actually formed a pattern on a tree, I think. Or did they? Similar to that anyway. Anywho. We're done with that. Let's heal up. And press on. A lot of dead animals around here. That is concerning. Dead goat.
Goblins, a familiar threat, albeit farther out than usual.
Goblins? I see no goblins. Oh, hi there. Typically... Oh, okay. Secondary attack. Oh. Don't mind if I do. Da-da-da. Ooh, that's a new thing. See, I've got a secondary attack. I think that's what I just unlocked through my skills. Yeah, typically the goblins aren't too big of a threat unless they just get you in a crowd like that.
Magnificent, but dangerous. A land of love found and of love lost.
I love it when they just give you these little areas where you can just look over the land. You don't gotta be here, it's just a little narrative point where it's like, look at this! Isn't it pretty? So cool with the floating islands though. I wonder if people live there. Always liked the idea of living on a floating island like that. Don't know how I would get up and down, but it would still be cool to be there. Oh hey, I could be a hermit there, just grow my own food.
Before him was sacred ground, left untouched in days gone by.
Yes, here we go. That thing I was talking about.
Remaining calm and collected, the shock of his heart-skipping beats was concealed in expert fashion.
Daughter? Why are you here?
Before him stood Linda, his eldest daughter, with bow and quiver at the ready, determined to do her part.
Okay, thank you. Why? This confuses me. This is new. I'll take this, though. Electrocalypse. Divine Relic. Create a temporary aura that damages nearby enemies. Don't mind if I do. Cool. See, that's one of the special things that I was talking about before, the relics. Some Kickstarter backers were actually able to come up with ideas for stuff like that. I don't know if that's one of them. Still, cool things. What are you? Nothing? You just gonna tag along? Oh, you are. By the way, at least the last time that I saw in the previous versions, this game has multiplayer, so you can play with other people. So that's pretty neat. Divine Relic. Alright, fine, I'll use it. Yeah, the starter relic used to be a different one, like Divine Sword or something like that, where a giant sword would strike from the heavens and obliterate all of your foes. That's pretty neat. Oh, that's not good. It's got purple oozing out of it. Come along, daughter. Uh-oh.
Before the Guardians were not beasts feeding, but monsters consuming, destroying others. They corrupted and distorted, creating even more hungry husks.
They've got the trolls on their side. The fiends. Yeah, you better run. Ugh. That's a face. Ow. Don't worry, daughter, I'm the tank here. I'll take all the damage and kill all the things. Ah, hands off my daughter. She's too young. Oh, this is so satisfying. I'm not taking too much damage, and I'm just mowing down all the little tiny guys.
Both father and daughter gathered their thoughts, their hearts heavier than before. How would they explain what they had witnessed?
Crap's gone down, yo.
The ancient tree had been cut down. Together, father and daughter described the horror, the creatures dripping with decay that slithered into bodies stuck between life and death to bolster their ranks. Grandma Margaret confirmed what they all feared. It was the corruption, a cruel entity spoken of only with hushed voices, an ocean of darkness that flowed from the top of Mount Morta. And the Bergsons' duty was to stand against this devouring deluge of death. Kevin was also eager to do his part in the family's fight, especially when his older brother Mark was off somewhere. He was as much a guardian of their mountain home as any of them. She stood. If they were to reach the summit and destroy this evil, as the Bergsons of old had done in the past, they would need the assistance of the Sanctuary.
Sanctuary. So cool. So cool.
Given to the Bergsons by Rhea herself, the Sanctuary was a gateway to the mysterious lands around the mountain. Margaret pointed to the huge crystal at the center of the den, revealing their next task: to activate it and open the way to the source of the corruption. And once Rhea's 3 spirits are gathered on the grounds, the only gate to the top of Mount Morta will open in this chamber. By himself, or with the assistance of those who loved him, John needed to gather the 3 spirits from their lands. Without them, he would not be able to stem the flow of the corruption.
Divine aid to fight the divine evil. Makes sense? So yeah. This is freaking awesome. They've done so many changes. Used to, you weren't able to look around this room, or at least not all that much. Like, you would have a good central view, maybe you could nudge it around. These statues are new. Very cool looking. So let's go back home. So much detail to all of these things. And again, there's like little bits of circuitry looking stuff around, and in the great tree that was cut down, you saw the patterns there as well. It's a very interesting style. Some of it's just ornate patterns, like on this door over here, so I get that, but some of it, and like some of this, some of this, it looks a little bit like circuitry. I'm assuming, for now anyway, that that's just the style of the game. Okay, I'm just going wandering then. Yeah, you used to not be able to go this far out, holy crap. A little bit low detail off from the distance, but that's just one of those distant view things. But look at this. This is all pixel art. As a further reminder, that is a hidden door. I'll take some of that later. Got the little swing. These lamps, or whatever these are, very cool on the inside. These have gone through so many changes. At one point they were even removed entirely, I think. Now they're little towers? I don't know, I think I liked their original iteration the best. You can see those in one of my original videos on the game, but they used to be like small boxes with orbs kind of floating around in them. They were kind of neat. And water pond. Oh, we're still going. What do we got over here? We got the well. There we go. The training area. This was in one of the last updates that I had played. You can come here, or at least you used to be able to, and maybe I unlock it. But you can come here and you can upgrade yourself between dungeon runs. Get like passive abilities, things like that. That looks very important. Possibly one of the places we go. Man, they have such a cool home. Like, the house itself is awesome. They got a nice place to live around. It's a bit rocky, but still very green and lush. And you got a couple of lookout points to just look out over all of this, and that is cool. And yeah, you can go around the house. People just talk. Some of them will have conversations. You can hover over some of them. Yes, that does sure seem heavy. It is a very large crystal. You can see them going about their daily deals. They've got an aquarium and it looks a lot nicer than it used to. That's cool. I love the visual improvements they've made over time. It's been fantastic being a part of this game since it started. And watching as everything got, honestly, more and more beautiful over time. As you proceed through the game, oh man, even the kitchen looks better. As you proceed through the game, you're able to deal with the uncle over here. He will help you do upgrades, accessories, I think. Granny can make potions for you. You might can do other things, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't gotten that far into it yet, but look at this. This game's beautiful. And now that it's completed, I can finally try to make my way through it and see to the end. I think that's just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make this a series now, finally. But I'm gonna leave it here for now. We got through the intro, we got through the tutorial, we got to meet the Bergsons, and everything is so great. This is a great intro for a game. But anywho, this has been Children of Morta. I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you did, then give the like button a tap. And if you want to see more like this or more from me, then give the subscribe button a big thumbs up. I will see you all next time, and remember to stay groovy.